Winning resumes. You have little or no work experience? So what? Now that you have a good idea of your strengths, interests, skills, and values, it's time to communicate them on paper to an employer. Although you are fresh out of school, it is wrong to assume that you have no relevant experience for the jobs you are applying for. Remember the list of accomplishments you wrote down at the beginning of this CD? Use those as reference for some relevant qualifications. Also, look at your activities outside academics. Think about the applicable skills you acquired from engaging in sports and or being part of a club or an organization at your school. Even the seminars and workshops you've attended. Make sure to note them down on your resume. What's a resume for? Before we get down to creating your winning resume, it's important that you understand its functions. With a better understanding of what your audience uses it for, you will know how to make it more persuasive and a more powerful tool in your job search arsenal. Your resume serves as 1. A door opener to get you that first interview. 2. An agenda for the interviewer to ask questions about the depth and breadth of your experience. 3. A tool for negotiation. Remember that on average, it takes the screener 10 to 20 seconds to scan each resume. They're normally sorted in 3 piles. Yes, they're interested in you. No, you don't have what they're looking for. And maybe will be reconsidered when the yeses don't work out. The objective is to get your resume in the yes pile. Chronological resume. What is it? It organizes your career and educational history in a reverse timeline, starting from the most recent experience. It's the safest choice in terms of format and the most widely used by interviewers from all backgrounds. When to use it? Your goal is to get a job in your current or most recent industry and or field of study, or at the very least, something related to it. Functional resume. What is it? It organizes your career and educational history by functional areas and highlights skills and competencies that can apply across industries and companies. When to use it? Your goal is to pursue a career that may not be closely related to your course or to make a career change. Combination resume. Your goal is to get a new job after you've had a long tenure with one employer, or your goal is to move industries or to make a career change. Don'ts. 1. Don't leave out critical information in order to get it to fit into one page. 2. Don't use small fonts, 10 points or less, and narrow margins, less than 1 inch on the side. 3. Don't forget to include your name on page 2 if resume is 2 pages. 4. Don't use a narrative style resume because they're very hard to read. 5. Don't use obscure abbreviations or jargon. 6. Don't put any information on page 1 unless it says something important about you that might get you an interview. 7. Don't include non-essential personal information. Example, height, weight, your children's names, or your religious or political beliefs. 8. Don't include reasons for leaving jobs, but be prepared to discuss this at the interview. How well do you know the resume do's and don'ts? For our first exercise, let us start with a bad resume. Click on the items that you think are irrelevant or wrong in format. Do's. 1. Be honest and accurate. 2. Be sure your spelling, grammar, and punctuation have no errors. 3. Use a one-page resume if you have less than 5 years of work experience. 4. Use familiar readable fonts like Arial and Times New Roman. 5. Use plain, neutral color